In this lesson, we're going to be talking about fractions. Fractions are very important in math, and you're going to be using them a lot. So let's talk about the parts of a fraction. Fractions have two numbers. There's a number on the top, and there's a number on the bottom. The number on the top is called the numerator. The number on the bottom is called the denominator. This fraction that I have written here on the board is read as 3/4. Think of it as 3 out of 4. Like if you have a pizza and it's divided into 4 equal parts, we are going to be talking about 3 of those parts. Let's talk first about the numerator. The numerator, I have it circled here in my fraction. I've circled the number 3. The numerator is the number on the top part of the fraction. This number tells how many we are talking about. So let's look at two examples. If I have a rectangle and I have it divided into 4 equal parts, and I am talking about the numerator, the number 3, tells me again how many I'm talking about, then I am talking about 1, 2, 3 parts of the whole rectangle. Same thing is true with a circle. If I want to look at 3/4 of the circle, because my numerator is 3, I want to look at 1, 2, 3 of those parts. So as far as the numerator is concerned, your number on the top, it tells me how many we are talking about. Here, I'm talking about 3, the 3 shaded parts. Same with the circle, we're talking about 3 of the 4, the 3 shaded parts. The 3 parts that are shaded gives me my numerator. The other number in the fraction, the number on the bottom, is called the denominator. I have it circled here, and in my example, 4 is my denominator. The denominator is the number on the bottom. This number tells how many equal size pieces there are in all. And it's very important that you notice I underlined the word equal. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but it's very important that the number of pieces you have, they must be equal. So here's my square, my circle again. And you'll notice that I've divided the square into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same with my circle. I've divided it into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 equal size pieces. These pieces tell me my denominator. Again, we're going to talk a little bit more about the denominator because it's very important. Same fraction, 3/4, 4 is on the bottom. The number on the bottom is called the denominator. The denominator tells us how many pieces there are in all. But remember, it's very important that the pieces must be of equal size. Your whole part could have 4 pieces but not be the same size. If that's the case, you can't use those in your fraction. Look at my first box. First box shows a square that has been divided into 4 equal size pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would make a good 4 equal size pieces for my denominator. However, if you look at my bottom drawing, I have the same size square, but you'll notice that the pieces that I've divided it into are not equal size. These are much smaller than these over here. So this would not make for a good denominator because the 4 unequal size pieces, they're not divided equally. And we remember from above that the pieces must be of equal size. So let's do a little practice with the denominator. Again, my denominator is the number on the bottom. I have it labeled. And we remember the denominator tells us how many equal parts. There's that word again. It's very important. Sometimes the parts may have many pieces in them though. So here's an example. If I have 10 pieces, I can divide these into equal parts. Okay? So here is my first example. I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. But I want to divide these 10 pieces into 2 equal parts. Well, how can I divide 10 pieces into 2 equal parts? Well, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I can have 2 equal parts or sets of 5 pieces. So I can put these together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I have 2 equal parts. But inside of those parts, there are 5 pieces in each. But there are 5 here and 5 here, so the 2 are equal. So if I've divided my 10 pieces into 2 equal parts, my denominator is going to be 2, because I have 2 equal parts. Okay? Let's look at another one. Here again I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I want 5 equal parts. So how am I going to get 5 equal parts out of 10 pieces? I need 5 groups out of my 10. Well, 10 divided by 5 is 2. So each group is going to have 2 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have 5 equal pieces. Inside each piece there are 2 parts, but my pieces have to be equal. So now I have 5 sets of 2. If this was the fraction I was looking for, the denominator this time will be 5, because I have 5 equal parts. So looking at our fraction, the number at the top is the numerator. The number on the bottom is the denominator. So let's put these numbers to work. Take these 8 pieces and show 1/2. Well, first thing I'm going to look at is my denominator, the number on the bottom, and it tells me how many groups I'm going to need. Well, this fraction, this denominator tells me I'm going to need 2 groups. So first let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 pieces and I need to get those 8 pieces into 2 groups. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have 2 equal size parts at the bottom. 2 equal sets. Each set has 4. But remember, my denominator told me I needed to get all these pieces into 2 groups. So I have divided the pieces into 2 equal parts. And now I want to shade one of the 2 parts. So if I do this, I have shaded one of the 2 parts. And I have 2 parts. So this is showing me 1/2 shaded. Let's do one more. If I wanted to show 3/4, first thing I'm going to look at is my denominator. My denominator is 4. That tells me how many parts I need. They need to be equal. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces I need to get into parts. 8 divided by 4, so I'm going to have 2 pieces in each, and I'm going to have 4 parts. And each of my 4 parts is equal size. So, step 1, divide the pieces into 4 equal parts. I've done that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to show 3/4, my numerator tells me how many of all of those I'm talking about. It's telling me I'm talking about 3 of those. So I want to shade in 3 of those parts. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. So now I have shaded in 3 of my 4 parts.